Hey guys, it's Davin here at Brewbits. Now, today is set to be the hottest day of the year so far. It's middle of July 2022 and temperatures today are meant to exceed 40 degrees Celsius. Brilliant if you're a sun lover, not so good if you're brewing beer or wine. So we know what to do when the temperature goes down too cold, and we've got to put it somewhere nice and warm, about 20 degrees C. And keep our beers and wines brewing between 18 and 22. But what happens when it starts creeping up over 22? Well, the yeast start to slow down and they start to go into kind of like a hibernation phase. Once we get to about 25, 26 degrees, we get to a critical stage with the yeast, and that temperature really starts to kill them off. So if you find that we're in really hot weather like this today and you are sweltering like I am, then it's probably because your beer or your wine is also getting to the same sort of temperature. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a liquid crystal thermometer, come on in here, James, have a look at this, and you'll see that this one is actually kind of just about showing a bit of 24, but really showing 26. So it's in between 24 and 26, so it's about 25 pushing 26. So we're getting into critical stages. So what do you need to do? Well, we need to keep this cool. How are we going to keep it cool? Do we put it in the fridge? No. Quite simply, we go back to old-fashioned methods of how they used to keep milk cool in the larder. So here I've got a nice little stainless steel bowl. You can use your sink or a bowl or a big dish. In here, I've got a good old-fashioned tea towel. And all I'm going to do is find myself my jug, like that, pour off some cold water from the tap. Doesn't have to be ice cold. I'm going to pop a small amount in the bottom. Well, that's not going to do very much, you say. No, it's not. So what we do is we use the wicking effect. We wrap our tea towel now around our demijohn. We can tuck it through like that and hold it in place. Get it nicely wrapped. And the water is now already starting to work its way up the cloth. But you can speed this up, of course, by pouring a bit of water over the top. Whoop. Okay, simple as that. Now, you need to put this somewhere cool as possible, and ideally on the floor, so in the corner of a room, on the floor. And what this is going to do now is any heat that's around us, this water is going to start evaporating. And as it evaporates, it has this magic little effect on the inside of the cloth, and then it cools it down. Just like you, when you're sweating, cool air blows on you, you suddenly feel a lot cooler. So if you're in an extreme area and you want it even cooler, you simply just blow a fan onto it. Easy as that. Obviously this can be scaled up. This is just for a demijohn. If you're doing a beer bucket, you can put it into, pop down the shops and get a cat litter tray, obviously a brand new one, pop it in there and do the same effect with a towel. It works very, very effectively. And that is a very, very simple way of how to keep your beers and wines cool during extremes of temperature and hot weather, if you don't have such things like a kegerator fridge or a special cooling cabinet to do this sort of thing, and you're just like me, good old-fashioned typical home brewer. Anyway, happy brewing and enjoy the sun.